Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be starting out the first of the password manager series. Just like with VPNs, we're going to make a password manager tier list. So far, we've made a VPN tier list and an encrypted email tier list. I decided on the channel I do want to expand a bit into password management as well as antivirus. So first up, guys, we're going to be taking a look at LastPass. So let's go ahead and see what it's all about. Guys, what do I think of LastPass's pricing model? That's the first consideration for password management. I actually think it's really good. They've actually improved the pricing plan, and the free edition especially, allowing you to use LastPass on all your devices, not just one device, which was previously a restriction before. So it's really cool to see that they've unlocked that ability. The difference between free and premium is mostly that premium allows you to get a little bit more security, like with some hardware two-factor authentication, some emergency access features, like if you want to give it to your wife or your partner or something like that, as well as sharing items to multiple people to provide convenient access. And you get better tech support, a little bit more applications like for Windows to autofill applications, as well as some file encrypted storage, which is actually quite neat as well. And then you also have the family plan, which is going to be more for more users at once. Overall though, guys, I think this is really cool. I think the free plan is quite generous and good. The premium plan gives you some good upgrades to allow for more security and conveniences, and it's better than it used to be before and quite competitive in the industry. So guys, this is what LastPass looks like. Basically, the way most password managers work is that you have like an online vault on a website. You can also download it if you want, and you also have like an extension that you're going to be using, and this is what the extension looks like. It's a little bit cut off there, but you can still see everything. You can pretty much search your vault here for all your passwords. I don't have anything on this one, so this is just a dummy account. And then you can generate passwords here. This is really cool to do. You can customize the password lengths, customize how many different kind of lowercase and the type of password that you want. It's generally recommended to use all these for the most secure password. You can look at all items recently used, as well as some account options in here. Pretty simple though, and I quite like this interface. In terms of the vault, it feels pretty standard, but quite good as well. You have your passwords here. And also, as you saw there, I dismissed it, but it also has a pretty good tutorial system. You have your notes, as well as different kind of categories here for kind of the bulk of your management of all your collected passwords. LastPass also has something called a security challenge, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and just add a dummy account right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add a dummy password. This is what it looks like. For now, I'm just going to use Google. You can just do leave that blank for now. John Smith at gmail.com. Enter in a password, blah, 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 blah. You can see the password if you want right here. You can add notes, even advanced settings. The one thing I like about LastPass specifically is that you can see the previous passwords you had. So if you accidentally change a password, you can always go back and see what it was before. And you have these options as well. You could disable autofill if you want. So now let's go ahead and do that security challenge and show you like what kind of stuff it's gonna show you. This is kind of what it looks like from the security standpoint. It's pretty cool. So the password strength is 71%, which is okay. It's just kind of like a random password I did. Not the best, but it's kind of random. And you can see that you can change old passwords, change used passwords. So it's just kind of a good way to make sure that all your passwords are good. So probably my favorite thing about LastPass is just the way it works day to day. Basically what you do is you go to a website and you're going to have this password thing, and you just click right here, and then you're just going to click it, enter it, click next, and then you could click it again for this Google, and then you just click next and it's going to log you in. One thing about different other password managers, most of the bigger ones have similar kind of interfaces like this. However, some of them like Bitwarden, you have to right click and scroll down and find it. It's a little bit complicated to find exactly the kind of password you want. Cool thing about this is that you can even search for the password you want and stuff like that. And you can also directly copy specific parts of it or edit it right here, which is really nice. So guys, in terms of reputation, this is probably where LastPass is the weakest, but it's kind of a double-edged sword. LastPass has been kind of in the news probably more than any other password manager. It's probably the biggest password manager, which is probably one reason. But it's also had a couple of different vulnerabilities and different kind of exploits that have kind of been there. Now, it's kind of funny because most of these instances have been from Tavis Ormandy of Google Project Zero, which is a company and a kind of subset of Google, which is kind of designed to find different companies and find vulnerabilities. What's kind of funny, it seems almost like they're just kind of trying to make certain companies look bad, but it is like white hat research, which is good, and it's good that people are digging into these companies and finding vulnerabilities. The cool thing about LastPass though is that in each one of these cases they've been super transparent. They've been super responsive to fix these problems from Tavis Ormandy. It seems like they have a good relationship with this guy. There hasn't really been any attempt for LastPass to kind of hide these issues or fail to disclose them. So I think they're transparent in that sake. So I do give them a little bit of credit there. So, you know, a lot of people don't like LastPass because of these vulnerabilities and stuff like that. But I think this guy on Reddit says it pretty good. I like them because they're very responsive to security reachers who find vulnerabilities in their code. For example, Tavis Ormandy, who tears apart software like it's nothing, will tweet out a vulnerability that he's found in LastPass. In less than 96 hours, they've reached out to him, replicated his findings, and pushed an update. So that's pretty good. Alright guys, so is LastPass worth using? What is its final score? Well, it does really good in terms of having a really good free edition. The premium model could be a little bit cheaper, but overall it's kind of competitive with some of the other kind of standard options out there. Application I think is really what makes LastPass really good. It's probably the easiest to use password manager out there, the most intuitive in terms of how it works when just logging into websites. There's a lot of cool features that let you easily kind of share your account with someone for an emergency or something like that. Mobile app works great with various biometric options to let you unlock things. LastPass even has like their own little two-factor authentication app that you can install. So when you're logging in there, you don't have to enter in a code, you just tap it on your phone, which is also really cool. It's easy to search and enter in passwords everywhere you go, depending on, you know, the specific websites, which isn't always the case with other password managers. Got very good compatibility between multiple devices. And in terms of the reputation, it's not the strongest in terms of there being a history of leaks and vulnerabilities, mostly from Thomas Ormandy from, you know, the Google project, who just kind of destroys applications overall. But they've always been very transparent of how they responded and fixed things very quickly, so it doesn't get too bad of a reputation score in my opinion. The final score is 4 out of 5, quite good. It's probably going to be tier 1. We're going to have to find out where the other password managers rank alongside LastPass to give you a little bit more of an indication, you know, where you should be putting your money. Anyways guys, that's just my opinion, and stick around on the channel for more password manager reviews. Check out the password manager tier list. If you're seeing this now, you might have seen it, you know, a little bit later after it's been revealed, and now I've probably reviewed more password managers, so go ahead and check out the password manager tier list. I'm going to put that down in the description down below. Anyways guys, thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you again very soon.